All right. Well, if you're following the WSOP, this time of year from the end of May, basically, end of May till like the end of July, essentially.
It's been a month and a half, I think, now.
So far, yeah, roughly, something like that. You'll know that the main event has been being played for the last week, basically. Will Kasouff, if you don't know who he is a very boisterous, outspoken douchebag Brit that good poker player, sadly, because I wish he wasn't, because I hate seeing him play because he's such an idiot. He got himself kicked out of the WSOP this year. I've never seen it. I've never seen somebody get kicked out. Like, I've seen people, or I've heard of people getting asked, like, basically disqualified from a specific tournament or something for whatever, an action or whatever.
Something happens, yeah.
But he got banned from the rest of the WSOP events
No
this
more
year.
tournaments.
And he just cashed 33rd in the main event. So they waited till he cashed. They came over and told him he's banned, and then escorted him. Security escorted him over to the cage to get paid and escorted him out. I think it's hilarious. You know what? He's fucking mouthy. He's just stupid. He's mouthing off the tournament directors, and he's insulting players at the table. He's taking too long to make silly, stupid, fucking normal decisions. So people are calling clock on him all the time. He's just awful. I'm going to read a little bit of this article, and then I'm going to play the video of his little outburst after the fact when he finds out that he's been banned. So UK pro Will Kasouff was escorted off the premises as soon as he was eliminated from the main event and banned for the rest of the 2025 World Series of Poker. The unprecedented scenes happened after a tumultuous day, which started with Kasouff getting a one-round penalty, and it proceeded to go downhill very fast after that. Kasuf cashed for $300,000 after being eliminated in 33rd place and was escorted to the payout desk first, but perhaps unsurprisingly, he didn't go quietly. He put his case forward in a lengthy post-bust interview and continued talking as he made his way to the Paris casino, trailed by security personnel, curious onlookers, and 2 Las Vegas Metro officers. So here, I'm going to play this video here and kind of react to it.
Any tournaments the rest of this year.
Why?
It's the decision to make that time. So security will handle it from here.
Hang on a minute, I can't play any WSOP events just this year until July 16th?
You're done until...
But why? What have I done then? Be reasonable now. Yeah. Speak to me, man to man. What have I done?
You've been very disruptive.
Yeah. That's the tournament. What's that got to do with the other events? This is the main event.
There's no more events for you this year.
Yeah, why?
Because we've made the decision not to allow you to pay.
Who? You or Jack?
Jack has made the decision. I've agreed with the decision.
Right. Can you call Jack Abel, please? I want to speak to Jack.
We're not involving Jack.
I want to speak to Jack.
I want to speak to Jack.
I'm asking nicely. Can I speak to Jack Abel?
You have his contact. You're more.
No, he's not going to respond to me. Can you call Jack Abel?
Security's ready to take you to get.
Well, I'm going to do an interview with Sarah, if you don't mind. But
after you get paid, security's going to escort you off the property.
Right.
You can meet up.
That's embarrassing.
So I can't come here in the event center. So I could be in the horseshoe in Paris, but not in the event center. That's what you're saying.
No. We've turned this over to security.
So why? What have I done wrong?
Yeah, we're gonna walk out this way
Okay.
and get you paid.
So what's the situation?
We're security.
This guy cannot stop.
I want someone to grab.
Okay, we're gonna
I
walk
know.
in, go get
Just
you
put him in
paid,
a.
okay?
That's fine. But
So that's fine.
after that, what happens then?
So,
I was hoping.
let's walk,
But
okay,
he
please?
said I can't play any WSOP events. That's fine. But I'd still like be in the horseshoe, right?
No.
Like on my project. I mean, I'm
Let's
told I
walk
can't
and
play
talk.
tournament.
We need to walk out of
But
this
what have I
room.
done wrong?
Sir?
But what have I
So
done?
I'm getting
What have I
sanctioned
done?
after I
Sir.
just busted the main event in horrific circumstances.
Sir?
The tournament's over. I'm saying, I'm trying to be reasonable. I'm not trying to.
Listen, we have nothing to do with this, okay? Our job is to walk you up to getting paid. And that's what we want to do.
I'm not in a rush to get paid. I'm here to do an interview with Sarah.
That's crazy.
At least I've got security. At least when I cash out, I got 300k. I got security. That's fine.
And now he goes off talking about our taxes and all this.
All right. God bless America.
Oh, U.S. taxes. Not Canadian.
I can sue the WSOP. I can threaten that they won't be the top director next year. Jack Apple, all the joining Dennis, they may not even be.
Now he's threatening them.
It's an absolute disgrace how they handle the situation. Absolute disgrace. And I'll be surprised if they're the tour director here next year. In fact, if they are, I might boycott it myself. And I think thousands of other players may boycott it as well.
Do the game a favor.
Thousands of others will boycott it, sure.
Jack Apple threatened to escort me off the premises if I say my case. And Dennis is saying if I argue with him, he's going to give me a penalty. This is their answer, and they walk away. They can't handle the truth. They walk away. Jack Efron was pissed off that much. They started walking away. If you follow me, I'll get you out of the press. What kind of thing is that?
He's too stupid. He's too stupid to realize that he's the problem, right? Like everybody else is the problem. Just the way this guy carries on is just look him up. Look up the comments. People just fucking hate this guy.
Yeah.
Something fierce.
Joe likes him. Joe thinks he should stay.
That's funny. Yeah. Well, you know what? It can be. Sure. Some of it can be part of the game. The problem with this guy, though, is he talks shit.
I think
He insults
he's
people.
being insulting.
And he insults people and stuff. And then he takes so long, so they're constantly calling clock on him. They just don't want him there. Like, he's just bad for the
sports. Like, so poker doesn't really have a way to referee quite the same way that other sports do, just because it's a card game. But almost every sport has a written penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct.
Right.
Right. So like there are actions that you can take that don't necessarily violate the rules so much, but it violates the spirit of the game and is unsportsmanlike. So
Yeah. Insult. You can't insult another player. It goes to any of it.
not only is it rude, but yeah, like
you just can't. And I mean, if your insult is, there's insults that are like, very mild and they'll let go, but you can't.
and also certain players have personal relationships with other players, so it's
Sure.
a little different. It's like someone versus someone at a table, and I think there is something to be said about a pro, someone who's made his living doing this stuff, sitting down at a table, and he's sitting next to an amateur who's like making the run of his life right now.
Yeah.
And he just gets to sit there and berate this guy. I don't think that's right.
If you've ever, I don't know, you don't gamble, Joe, but if you've ever sat down at a poker table, a live poker table in a casino, and there's somebody that's belligerent at the table, it's honestly horrible. You're sitting, like, all that you can do is hope that you can bust them. And then usually the funny thing about it is somebody like that's either drunk or something. They just keep buying in, which is nice. I mean, because they're going to keep giving you money. We just call them a fish, but it's still awful. It's still awful for the table environments. It's awful for the casino. And what you have to realize is this is technically a private event. Like, this isn't a public event where it's like, oh, just anybody can come and they have to say yes. It's at a casino. They can trespass you and say they don't want you there anymore. And clearly this guy pissed people off. He pisses everybody off. And they're like, we don't want you around for any of the other events this year. And I kind of agree with him. I mean, I wouldn't either. If I were running it, I'd be like,
there's a clear line of like, this is the conduct, because you do got to be careful with that, especially with casinos, giving them more of a leeway into being like, oh, I like this guy, I don't like this guy. If they get a little too much power that way, they're just going to start kicking people who win out.
Yeah.
But,
well, they do that.
If you're a winning blackjack player or whatever, they limit
Talk
your
to Dana White.
yeah, he's banned from a lot.
He's been banned from a lot of them. He's too good. I like what but he's a walking contradiction. But Kasuf, honestly, you know what? I think the consensus for the most part would be that people dislike this guy. He's just abrasive. He's just a goof. And you could handle all that. You could handle him being kind of abrasive at the table and stuff if he didn't couple everything with it. Like, his whole shtick is to piss people off, so he makes them do things that they normally wouldn't do. Like, he wants to get people tilting on him. That's his little shtick.
Yeah, there are a couple players that play like that, and it is somewhat valid to call that a strategy. But how are you going about it?
It likens to me. We were talking about like sports. It likens to me like something like the trap was back in the day, the neutral zone trap in the NHL. Sure, it's a strategy, and it's not, you're not going against the rules and stuff, but man, did it make the fucking game so boring to watch. So the NHL as a league, I would think that it's almost incumbent on them if they want the league to survive. Imagine if everyone were doing it and suddenly like the action in the game just dropped down to nothing and they started losing viewership and all that kind of stuff, then it would be incumbent on them as an organization and a business to say, we don't want that. We're not going to allow that. So kind of
That's
the same
good thing
thing
about hockey, though, is it's so dynamic that eventually they figure it
out. Yeah.
And then there'll be a new thing, and then they'll figure it out. The game will just change.
Yeah.
But
anyways, with Kasuf, I'm happy about it. Even if honestly, I just dislike the guy. So even if it were kind of the wrong decision, I'm still happy about
Phil
it.
Hellmuth is less known for talking shit and more just outbursts.
Yeah, exactly.
When he busts, he gets angry. He'll start yelling or whatever. He's very seldom you see him actually insulting the other player. Sometimes you see him,
He
or he
insults
says,
their
"Oh,
play.
that's a horrible
Play.
call. Why
Yeah.
are you calling?" Or
Yeah, he'll insult their play,
Such
which
a
is
horrible
different.
player or something like that. But yeah.
I mean, most of the time he doesn't even say that. Like, you're a horrible player. He'll say
No,
that's
that's like the rare clip you see him saying.
That's
something
that's
like that.
horrible. What
Normally,
he did
he's
there.
just
He knows how to
raging.
skirt those lines, right? So, but this Kasuf guy doesn't do that, right? And he's among a couple guys that do that. There's another European guy. I can't remember his name.
I know someone with a K.
Yeah, I can't remember him, but does the same type thing. Speaking of hockey, when will Canada bring back Cup again?
Bettman won't allow it.
Never.